Up. Burp. Hi everyone, sorry for the wait. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, hi. It's work time. Work time today. Don't know how much I'm gonna do today. I have one big chunk of audio to edit left. I still haven't done the video recording because I'm gonna do that probably Monday night. So we'll see, we'll see. It might be a very short editing stream today. I say that, but then I have nothing to do except edit. So it doesn't really matter. Okay. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Let me put music on. Beautiful. I'm only saying I'm saying nothing because of no one. I speak on my own terms. What am I doing? Editing. Yes. Okay, there we go. Oh. Alright, everyone get to work. Or just have me on, as always, in the background. Your monkey in a cage. You observe. Your restaurant reservation. Sunday morning. All right. Melbushka. I know you're all keen for me to play Stardew. You know what? How about this? How about, okay, I do this audio portion today, and then I can play some Stardew. If that's what you really want. Oh my god! Happy birthday! Okay, never mind then, no Stardew. No Stardew, I won't make promises then. I don't know if any of you know the audio, but it's like someone going up to a girl, like for like a TikTok interview or whatever, and it's going, "How are you doing tonight?" And she says, "Oh, I feel pretty good because it's my birthday." And they go, "Wow! Happy birthday!" That's what I feel like right now. Hi Shim, how are you? Fun fact, by the way. Did you know this about Germans in Germany? They fucking hate when you say happy birthday preemptively. They think it's like bad luck. So if you wish someone like if you're not gonna see someone on their birthday and you say happy birthday for like tomorrow or something, they get really angry. Because it's like a super bad luck or something. Same in France? What is this pre-birthday jitters? Like nah, it's alright. I won't play Stardew without you here. We can just do some Mario Party instead. Because of course it's so normal, like, with Aussies and with, like, I'd say other English-speaking Westerners. If you're not gonna see someone on their birthday, you say happy birthday for, like, next week or happy birthday soon. But that really makes them mad. I don't want to talk to you, Danny. You were devious. You were devious last time. Juano. What are you doing for your birthday, Flamingo? Do 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 do. One of your favorite DJs is in town for your birthday, isn't that lucky? Well, have a good day / night. You better dress up. The best part of your birthday is being able to dress up, in my opinion. Dun, 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 dun. Using your favorite flowery shirt. Sorry, I was gonna make a Family Guy Quagmire joke. But I don't think that's what you meant. La 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 la. Where are my glasses? Nerd, I have beaten the nerd mail allegations. I have my contacts again. That was a tough few days, I must say. Yep. I'm free, I'm free, I'm free. My nerd girl vibe. I like my glasses, I just hate wearing them. Like, I love their style, because of course I pick them, I just hate wearing them. Oh, thank you for the sub, Mr. Doodles. Doodle dip. Sometimes I look very dubious when I'm sitting here and working. Do you have hot cross buns in America, by the way? Like the food? Because I always thought that was a British thing, hot cross buns. Because we have them as well in Australia. I used to eat them all the time when I was little. I had a moment where I had cinnamon... It was like cinnamon sugar hot cross buns. I had like a phase last year. I just could not stop eating them. When I say water, water, water. I don't say water. I say water. Water. Sorry, I'm saying that because of course I'm saying water 7, but I keep hearing myself saying water 7. Water. Water. I mean, of course, in England, the non-posh accent is water, and then the posh accent is water. Just literally, if they say their T's, they usually got a more upper-class posh accent. Water. A manor. Oops. A cadaver. A skeleton. The cranium. Oh, it's classic to me. Arachnid. You stop that. I just woke up. Why are you mad for having the posh accent, Danny? A cadaver. I throw this little shithead as well. Thank you very much. It's just Sanji always gets in the way. They were observing Zim. Observing. They were observing. If you're not from the so posh city, why do you have a posh accent? Wow, you get all of the bullying and none of the privilege. That's so sad. Is pointing something out is that not observing? The noticer. I watched the movie Four Weddings and a Funeral with Anna. I don't know if you guys know that movie. Anyone who I think is not American knows that movie. Like, Danny, I'm sure you know Four Weddings and a Funeral, right? Because I didn't realize that British films weren't as known in America. But, do you actually? Damn, anyways. Whatever, Four Weddings and a Funeral, it's a British film. It's like a little rom-com from, I think, the 80s? It's a cute little film, I like it. But I was watching it with Anna, and there's one American actress in it. So, of course, everyone's British, except for her. And Anna was, like, listening to this woman speak, and she was like, is that what we sound like? She was having a moment where, like, she could only hear the single American amongst all British people, and she was an American actress. And Anna was like, do I sound like that? She was having, like, a crisis. And there's so many, like, jabs, of course, at, like, at Americans in that movie. Not in, like, any in bad way, because the American character is the love interest, but she was like, damn. I've never felt this before. And it was funny because she was like, is this a British actress putting on an American accent? And I said, no, she's American, born and raised, and that's her, like, natural accent. And Anna was like, why does it sound like cartoony, like dubbed? And I was like, I have news for you. The whole entire world thinks a lot of you guys sound cartoony. Like, because the American accent is something we only hear on TV, right? On TV and in cartoon. So then actually talking to an American is like, oh my god, TB. Just like the films and the movies. Not in, like, of course, an offensive way or anything. Just like, damn, that's crazy. Hi, Crash. I have not watched Dun, I'm afraid. All I know is the opening, and it goes. I know that much. Danny, that's true. The Aussie accent is also not real. Like, I don't sound like this in real life. I'm putting it on for the views. That's Creepy Nuts. Creepy Nuts have such good songs. I'm glad I found them thanks to anime. I found them, of course, thanks to Mashal. I have to keep watching Mashal. It's such a... It's just cute. Like, it's so unserious, but it's not trying to be serious. There's like a joke. There are so many good jokes in there, but there's one joke in there about Mashal is talking to a guy who's like a magic prodigy, and he becomes one of the main, like, group characters. But he, like, really loves his little sister. And it's not meant to be in a weird way, but because, like, his little sister is, like, sick, and he's like, I have to, like, help her. And it's not supposed to be in a weird way at all, but the way he's, like, talking about the little sister in that moment sounds a bit weird. And Mashal's like, should I call the police? And he goes, what the fuck? That's not what I meant! That had me guffawing. He just stood there and said, damn, I gotta call the cops. But yeah, it's very funny. I love the redhead in it. I think he's hilarious. Mashal is just one of those shows where it's like, I feel like I don't want to watch something that's super serious, but it's still like, the writing is still funny, right? And that's what Mashal is. It's just so many bits and gags. It's like Mob Psycho if Mob Psycho weren't deeply emotional, in my opinion. It's a boy. It's a man, Danny. The redhead. I say that, and the main guy is literally voiced by Mobu. And I'm pretty sure, his, like, wizard dad, who looks like Dumbledore, which is so funny, is voiced by Brooke. And I was like, oh! Yo-ho-ho! Oh, and the narrator, I think, is Sanji's voice! That's right, there were so many things, and I was like, what the fuck? I'm spotting the One Piece voice actors everywhere in this. You watch things dubbed? Come on, Zim! Sad! Sad. What depend on what? What does it depend on? Look, I'm a firm believer of, I understand some people can't do this, okay, because I understand some people have trouble with reading, and I understand that. Or they're blind, so they can't read anything, and I understand that. But I'm a firm believer on, if you're watching anything, you should watch it in its, like, actual, like, language of creation. I always think that. It's not just anime, it's everything. If I'm watching anything, if it has been made in a language other than English, originally, I will be watching it in that language. Because you can pick up on tone through language. I just think it's important. It grates my ears, I can't do it. I'm like, oh, especially anime dubs. I've played these games before! Look, I've always said that when I read manga, there's not an equivalent where it's like, you can read it in English and there's no way to like experience also the Japanese original language, do you know what I mean? Like, that's one thing that manga is like, I love manga of course, but it's like, not being able to like hear the language itself, I just think that's an important part. I'm sorry, I'm never watching the One Piece dub. The original, they are just way too iconic to me. You know, the people who work on it, no beef, but I don't watch anything that's not in its original language. And again, this goes for everything, it's not just an anime thing. But it's more like a thing of direction. Directors will direct their actors, right? You are losing the director's vision through dubs because of course that director is not directing the dub. Do you know what I mean? And I'm saying you can definitely hear tone. You can 1000% hear tone through different languages. But maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm just a fucking snob. But that's always what I've thought. I always thought direction of actors has been very important. And you're gonna lose that through a dub. But also, this is a me thing as well. A lot of dubs, especially anime dubs, I found out why this is the case. Because all anime dubs are done in like one state in America, apparently. Like, nearly all of them. There's like a monopoly of dubs in America. It's kind of bad, I must admit. Is it Ohio? I actually don't know. But, I was told this through someone who worked in the industry. It's like, there's like a monopoly of anime dubs in America, and it's really bad. And that's why it's like kind of the same like pool. And that's why it's nearly all the same direction for all the dubs. And why they all sound like this? And it's like, oh my god, please help me. Because it's like just one spot. And it's like one point of like direction and one area that is dubbing everything, and it's like I see why this is happening. Hi, Thrash. Look, I have a... I know it's not the same for everyone, and I'm not sure why this is the case for me, but in regards to how a lot of guys sound, a lot of guys in anime dubs sound the same, and I'm not sure what's going on. Like, respect to those who work in the dub industry, of course, like, it's usually not the dubber's fault, it's direction, but, Zoro and Sanji in the English dub, I'm sorry, they sound the same to me. I'm not sure what's going on there. I've had people tell me, no, they don't. Okay, but to my ears, they do, and I'm just not sure what's going on. I don't know why. They sound incredibly similar to my ear. They both have, like, the exact same tone of speaking, and I think it just makes me go, buh? I honestly think it's a direction thing. I was also told by the friend that I have that was in the dubbing industry for the time, it was a direction thing. Like, there was just, they were told to talk like that. Well, Tsubaki, that's the thing. So, Sanji and Zoro in the Japanese version, they have very different voices. Like, it's iconic, you know what I mean? Like, you know Sanji immediately. It's not just his dialect, like, or like his way of speaking in Japanese, because of course I can't fully understand Japanese. But it's, like, just his voice is unique. And then same goes with Zoro's as well. You can pick Zoro's voice anywhere. You can pick Sanji's voice anywhere, Luffy's as well, right? But when it comes to Zoro and Luffy in the dub, I just think they've been directed the same because for some reason they just sound so similar. And I'm like, this cannot be an actor thing. This has got to be a direction thing. Because it keeps happening. And it's like, this has to be to the point that, like, it has to be the directors, right? But, you know, dub actors, they work hard, so it's not like I'm going, boo. It's more like, to my ears, it just doesn't hit as well.
Howdy do, boys!
Well, no, see, I know it's not just that I speak English. Because, and this is crazy, and as cringe as it is, Bakugo and Deku in the dub, I don't listen to the dub, but dub Bakugo and Deku are iconic. Like, you can pick them out, do you know what I mean? Real life girls! Like, you can pick them out, and I don't, like, I don't particularly like their dub voices, but they're at least iconic. The same thing can be said for Zoro and Sanji in the 4Kids fucking version. That's insane. 4Kids Sanji has so much character, even though it's, like, ridiculous. I'm gonna get that tuna too. Like, you can hear the different character in there. So it's like, it's not that it's English and I hear English so they sound the same. It's that there's clearly some direction thing going on here. Personally, I don't watch dubs of anything, so as I've said, I watch everything in their original language, not just anime. I always have to state this because people are like, you stupid weeb. It's not what I mean. I'm saying as someone who likes film and TV, if I'm watching foreign things, I just watch them in their original language. If I can. Yarr! I've played these games before!
Howdy do, boys!
If you had the chance to change your fate, would ye? Well, Brave was made by an American company, Danny. So... Actually, I have been told the only dub that has been better than the sub has been Coco. Because They have Coco in English, which is the original release, right? Because it was made in America. And then they have Coco in Spanish because it's a Mexican-based film. And I have been told by Mexican mutuals that Coco in Spanish is just phenomenal. And I was like, damn. So now I'm like, maybe I should be watching it. Maybe I should try watching it in Spanish. And you know what else is a good dub, or so I've been told? The Japanese version of the live-action Lion King. The live-action Lion King. Because the English version of the live-action Lion King is kind of poor. Apparently it's really fucking good in Japanese. And I'm like, damn, I have to look at that too. Hello. Welcome to the crew. What did you say about my brother? But of course, it's undeniable that when it comes to voice acting in Japan, Japan do have a very serious industry regarding voice acting. Like, they are very, very, very strict on who gets to voice act and, like, voice actors. There's just such a stark difference between Japan's voice acting industry and, like, America's, you know? The talent from Japanese voice actors, it's like trained, you know? And that's why usually it's like, it's not that I'm trying to be a snob, but I can see that this is a country that really, 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 really respects the art of voice acting. They very much respect it, and they very much are very strict with it. And then other countries, not so much. Like getting Chris Pratt for Mario in the Mario movie, and then getting Miyano Mamoru for Mario in the Japanese version. And Miyano Mamoru, guys, is like a fucking A-list voice actor. He was Light Yagami in Death Note. He was Tamaki in Ouran High School Host Club. He is a fucking phenomenal voice actor. And I'm like, hello? There seems to be a difference here. Christian Bale was Hal in Howl's Moving Castle. He was pretty good. Not as good as the original, but he was still pretty good. Ping pong. It is honestly ironic to say that 4Kids, as ridiculous as 4Kids was, they did have some good voice actors. Like, and I think it's because they were allowed a bit more freeform instead of being constrained to what English dubs have today, which is, again, it just feels like it has to be the same direction. Like, Luffy! Like, it was goofy, don't get me wrong. But they felt a lot more, flexible. Like, Ash Ketchum, original Ash Ketchum is iconic, and it's still good. Kaiba and Yugi, yeah, right? Iconic. This is why I'm thinking this has to be a director thing. I don't know what else it could be. Lemon! Ah! I haven't seen the whole Devilman dub, but of course I've seen the memes. Rio! Hello. Oh, it's my good friend Rio. Oh fuck, I meant to post something. Hang on. Oh, guys, I meant to post things, guys. I just wanted to post this and say literally Sanji in Whole Cake Island. That's it. That's the funny post. It's not really funny, it's kind of sad. But it's true, isn't it? That's him. Haha, funny post. And it's not very funny. Alright, up it goes. Yes, I've heard of the ghost stories dub. The famous dub. Sanji, get behind me! Oh my god! I don't want to hear it. If you don't like Sanji, shut up. Sorry, not you, Mr. Prince. I know you like Sanji. Sanji really is a woman. I'm sorry. Wait, Sanji on the edge of having a panic attack the whole time he's in the German Kingdom? Damn, you could stand to smile at your sister more. Bro, they're literally telling Sanji to smile more. That's crazy. This is what I mean. Every time I hear like someone not liking, or every time I hear some kind of diss on Sanji or something like about Sanji, and then they give like their reasonings, it genuinely sounds like what people say about women. I just cannot get over every time Sanji does something that's pretty fucking phenomenal. Just not that good. That man over there could do it better than that. Anyone could do that. He's a woman. Like, that is so woman coded for that to happen to him. Every fucking time he does something that like helps someone or saves someone or like is pretty exceptional. Whatever. They only did that because the other guy wasn't there. They could have done that. Oh my god. Right, and also 90% of Sanji, like, Fishman Island is really good. Sanji is not that bad in Fishman Island. I stand by that. And it's because in the anime, they just made it so much more grotesque. In the manga, the worst of it is just big nosebleed. But then after that, there's just nothing else. Like, there's a bit of like, ha ha ha, don't get me wrong. But like, it is not that ridiculous or in your face to that extent. And I was like, he's honestly not that bad. Like, I was oh sorry, the worst of it was him sniffing Perona. That was the worst. I agree, that was pretty bad. I don't like that. But the rest of it is just like big nosebleed, and that happens like twice. And then that's it. And I'm like, I don't think this is that bad. It just, the anime just really kept pushing it. And it was like, please, I've had enough. Either way, the other criticisms that Sanji gets, it's like, he's so woman core. I can't get over, damn, be nice to your sister as he's literally in hell. Oh yeah, it's the ugly face that Sanji makes. But of course that's part of the bit. But if Sanji didn't make the ugly face that he did when getting a nosebleed, I really don't think people would care that much. But it's the grotesqueness of the face. But again, that's the bit, that he doesn't actually look like that. And he's just a little, like a ugly little roach when that happens. But he does not actually look like that. Like, he's supposed to look ridiculous. Now, I love the dog Stussy scene. I love the dog Stussy scene. I don't care. That is something that Toei did right. I fucking love that scene. Me and my Sanji girlies, we love that scene. The Thriller Box scene, I made a whole Twitter thread on that because, of course, there was a point to be made there on, like, yeah, Sanji had this like, dream, but he wasn't fighting Absalom for that because he didn't even know Absalom had that. He just went there to save Nami. And, of course, some of the stuff he says, it's not the best, don't get me wrong. But I was like, again, I'm someone who it's like, if he's not doing it, I kind of don't really care because the whole time he was saying all that shit, he was just protecting Nami. And I'm like, first of all, this is not as bad as people made it out to be. Second of all, Absalom, he's supposed to mirror, like, that's what a real monster is. Absalom in front of him. That's a monster. Also, there's a line that Absalom has where it's like, mutated and disgusting, and it's like he's like, I'm a mutated warrior, and I was like, hang on a minute. Something doesn't feel right here. Now I talked about this actually, and I thought this was really interesting, and don't get me wrong, this could just be an Oda gag. He did do that in Wano, and here's my thing. He's talking to Absalom, right? Yeah, it was a mixed bathhouse, but that aside. He's talking to Absalom, right? In Thriller Bark, and he's like, oh my god, I've always wanted the invisibility fruit, blah blah blah. And Absalom's like a monster, right? And again, Sanji's saying these things, but he's not actively harming Nami, he's trying to save Nami in that moment. So that's just like a thing that we can like throw to the side of, that's a Sanji says doesn't do kind of situation, right? Absalom is then yelling at Sanji, I am like a mutated soldier. I'm like a beast. You cannot defeat me. And of course he has the invisibility fruit. Sanji gets his invisibility power through Germa, which is a monstrous nation, right? And then the one time he puts on that suit and the one time he uses his invisibility for perverted means, they are perverted. We know they are because Nami wasn't happy about that, right? He starts to mutate. And then the next time he uses his invisibility, he's stomping out the Germa suit, and then he's using his invisibility to help someone instead. So I know that this could indeed be a Oda just pervert gag thing, don't get me wrong. But I do like giving Oda the benefit of the doubt because he's a very good writer. And the way you can view it, in my opinion, is he gave in to that dastardly thought, those devious, monstrous thoughts, in the same way Absalom had. He got punished for that. He mutated through the mutation that the Germa suit even gave him. And then directly after that, he's then using his invisibility to help someone, to help a woman that Queen was trying to destroy. So not only did he use invisibility first through Germa to perv, Queen did as well. Queen used his invisibility to then hurt a woman. And I want to believe that Sanji saw the monster. Do you know what I mean? And then he destroyed that Germa suit. And now he has no possibility or ability to use the invisibility for that kind of perverted nature again. Because he only did it once. That had repercussions, right? And again, this could very well be a stretch. I'm happy for people to go, well, whatever. But Oda's a good writer. So it feels like he got this power from a monstrous source. He used it in a bad way. And then from there, he starts to mutate. And it feels like there's something going on here in that regard. You know what I mean? But, that's what that felt like to me. And like the more I thought about it, and when I read the Thriller Bark scene, a lot of the Thriller Bark stuff does in fact correlate now to like Germa, to mutation, to monsters. And I'm like, it just feels like for a second there, Sanji became the monster that he didn't want to become. And now he's crushed that suit, because that's not who he wants to be. For a few moments there, he did. But he literally used that same inspired invisibility from Germa to also hurt a woman. And it felt like Sanji went, fuck that. I'm crushing this suit. And now he's only using his invincibility to help in whatever ways he can. Right? And since then, the gag has been mostly dropped, right? Well, not dropped, but it's been definitely lessened to an extent. And this is what I mean when I say I love characters like Sanji because they are not perfect, and they are not supposed to be perfect. If you're uncomfortable with Sanji, that's 100% fine. You're allowed to be uncomfortable with Sanji. But to me, Sanji Reed as a character, he is not perfect. He has some yucky moments. Yes, they can sometimes be portrayed as gags, which, you know, I don't always appreciate. But same can be said for the other characters. All these characters do have imperfections. Sanji's imperfections were always very, very head-on, and Sanji's imperfections were always very unsightly. And now it feels like he is starting to move from those imperfections. Because the fact that Wano had Sanji get the Germa suit, turn invisible to peek in the mixed bathhouse, have repercussions because he used the Germa suit for such a way, not just because Nami did not like that, but also because he then started to mutate. Now that's never happened again. And it's like, this just feels like a personal growth kind of thing to me, or a character that is starting to change. Like, since Egghead, Sanji has felt different. Or since the end of Wano, Sanji has felt different. And I think a lot of us have noticed that. Thought bubbles in One Piece push people to sometimes project or assume something bad. A lot of subtext, like you just talked about now, isn't something a lot of people think. It's true, yeah. It's true. Yeah, the thing with pudding. Nothing was happening though. In the end, he just ended up getting roasted. I hate that guy. Ooh. That was in the manga as well, wasn't it? To be fair, he was going up to the window because he wanted to give Pudding a gift. And then he went, oh god, what if she's changing? Well, like, he wasn't actively going there to peek on her. And then he got roasted. But yeah, there's definitely the lack of thought bubbles in One Piece. Definitely have people presume the worst of characters a lot of the time. Or presume their own biases, which of course I can do that as well. And I do that as well. But there's been a very noticeable change in Sanji since the end of Wano. But yeah, I find that it's no coinky-dink that Sanji gets this power from evil organization, evil part of his childhood that he never liked. He used it for a misdeed, and then he crushed it. And not only did he use it for a misdeed, he saw someone else use it for a misdeed after that, which again was Queen. And then he crushed the power that he was given. So it's like, I think it's very safe to say that he had a regrettable moment that even he would see as regrettable. Oh, guy with your eyes, 1,000 million billion trillion %. 1000%. If Sanji was a woman and acted that way towards men, men would fucking love her. But women already like Sanji. But yeah, that's what I always thought with Sanji in the Germa suit. That hang on, where is the thread? Because I had those thoughts while I was rereading Thriller Bark, and I was like, wait a minute, I'm seeing what Oda's trying to do here. It just doesn't exactly come off fantastically to a lot of people. Like, he could have done it better, don't get me wrong, but I see what his point was. There it is. Alright, so... So I use these, and if you can't read that, it says... Sanji is saying, oh, how I dreamed, so it's against Absalom. He's saying, oh, how I dreamed of it. If I had that power, I'd go to the women's changing room and... No! I mean, I thought about how much good I could do with it. I'd go to the women's baths and... I mean, I could save so many lives with a power like that. His head is full of dreams about peeping on women. And then, of course, this is him using Hell Memories in Fishman Island. And then he's using Hell Memories against Queen, and it's changed meaning now. But the point that I bring up here with how he's going, if I had that power, I'd go to the women's changing room and... No! I mean, I thought about how much good I'd do with it. And what I say is the clear fruit plus whole memories bit can be in bad taste, but Oda played the long game to switch their meanings. Sanji's dramatics evolved into real struggles as he did use his own invisibility for good against Queen and showed how memories associated with his Vinsmoke past. And my point with that is, as he's versing Absalom, he's letting these bad thoughts take him, but then he's going, no, I mean, I can do this instead. And that's what happened in Wano. He had the Germa power, that was a monstrous power. He caved to those bad thoughts, and then he never did that again, and then he used good. He used it for good after that, right? He used it to save Momonosuke, and then he crushed it, and then he used his own invisibility from there. I once again give it to him by Germa to then fight Queen. And that's like the gag against Absalom. That he's like, if I had the invisible fruit, I could do this. Oh, I mean, I could do a good thing, right? And that's what that feels like. Like, Sanji has a side of him that is ugly, and he knows that. And he's a good guy that doesn't want to do bad things. But he's got that side of him as well. Do you know what I mean? And then I say what you want, but there's sure something to be said about the Germa suit aiding Sanji in his previous bathhouse degeneracy, and as he discards the Germa suit, he says farewell to the women's bathhouse and instantly vanishes to then defeat Queen and help the women on Onigashima. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, it's a gag, don't get me wrong, there is gags in it, but there's also a point of, this feels like a degenerate side of Sanji. He knows this is a degenerate side of himself, and he's saying farewell to this monstrous part as he crushes it, and then he helps a woman, right? That's it, right? It's about him choosing to be a good person, is it not? That's what that feels like to me. But of course, this is tough to talk about because some people... Sorry, what are you doing? Because some people who don't like Sanji, they don't want to see that, or they just don't want to... They see this as like an excuse, right? To justify Sanji's actions. And I'm like, I'm not justifying any of the shit that he did, but this is literally a moment of Sanji choosing who he wants to be. Even if he has these kind of degenerate and perverted thoughts, he's choosing not to act on them at the end of the day, and he's choosing to be rid of them, right? That's what that feels like. And then I also say, even in the Thriller Bark panels, we see him stumble as he tries to say, I can do good with the clear fruit. I could do good with it, which we see him do in Onigashima, including his Hell Memories tie-in with Germa now. And that feels like he's growing, right? He's saying, if I had the clear fruit, I could peep on women. No, I mean, I could do good with it. I wouldn't do bad with it, I'd do good with it. It's literally a, you are given this power, and you were choosing the right path or the wrong path, right? He had a moment where he was given this power by a bad source as well, mind you, a source he didn't agree with, and he took that wrong path. And then at the end of Wano, he switched it, and he crushed it, and then he went down the path that was the righteous path in Sanji's own regards and in Oda's own regards, right? That's what that felt like, and that's what it feels like against Absalom. Sanji is talking to Absalom saying, if I had your fruit, I would peep on women. I mean, no, I wouldn't. I'd do good with it. So he's like, the monster that Absalom is something that is a reflection of Sanji, but Sanji's not choosing Absalom's path. It's that area of, yeah, there's that monster that's there, but Sanji doesn't want to do that. He doesn't want to be that monster. He refuses to be that monster, right? So it's like, I agree that the Absalom thing, it can be done better, but I think it was really inflated in regards to how bad people thought it was, because Oda always does two things at once. And it's like, yes, I know there's a gag in there, don't get me wrong, but this also feels to be a... Sanji can see that monster. He can see what he could be, which is this disgusting person, which is Absalom, and he's actively choosing not to be that. Even if it's him tugging that perverted nature out of his head because he doesn't want to be that, he's still choosing to not be that, right? And that was the point of him and Absalom's fight. And then you get to Wano, and that's when he caves for a second, and he goes, I'm not doing that again. And he says, farewell. Farewell to women's baths. That's what that feels like to me. But Oda's a good writer, right? He's a good writer, and I don't like when I try and say these things and some people just try and brush it off like, oh, it's just a gag. But I don't think it is. Because otherwise, why would it be going on for this long? Why would it go into such a prominent scene of him crushing the Germa suit? He has not tried to peek, no. He's not tried to peek since then. And it is also 80% of the anime's fault, yeah. But yeah, this is what I mean. So Sanji has issues, you know? Like, he's got problems, but he's supposed to have problems. He has issues that are unsightly, and that's the point of Sanji. He knows he has unsightly issues. So does all the crew members. It's just some problems that some characters have are more digestible than others. A lot of Sanji's problems are not very digestible to a lot of people, and again, that's totally understandable, but I always have to remind, or try to remind people, Sanji is not supposed to be perfect. There are meant to be problems that he has, in the same way Zoro has them, Luffy has them, Usopp has them, Nami has them, right? All these characters have problems. Some of them are just easier to see or easier to want to accept than others. But yeah, what it feels like with Sanji is, because I fucking hate this, when I hate this, what I'm about to say, but not after it. So like when men are like, oh, but boys will be boys, what are we meant to do? Like, men will just have these urges. And when like men act like there's nothing they can do about that, do you know what I mean? Like the urges, but what are we supposed to do with the urges? And that's what Sanji feels like he represents. But going from that, it feels like you have the urges and you choose not to act on the urges, is what that feels like. Do you know what I mean? Because everyone has urges of sexual natures or not that can not be good, right? Can have those thoughts that are not good, can have those thoughts that are not well. Everyone has those intrusive thoughts, right? It's about not acting on them. That's the difference between us and animals, you know? So it's like, when I hear this, oh god, like men just have these urges, right? Just have these urges. And it's like, that's great. So do women, by the way. Don't act on it. You have the conscious choice to not act on it. And that's what it feels like Sanji is. He has these kinds of thoughts and these ideas that are not always the best. They're sometimes a bit disgusting, but he doesn't act on them. And the one time he does act on it, he gets punished for a fucking lifetime. He gets modified genetically, right? And then he sees the monster through Queen that he has become. And he throws that away. Like, That feels so on purpose to me. But, you know, or he sees the monster that he could develop into further if he doesn't stop that, and if he doesn't choose the path that he wants to be better on. And Absalom was part of that as well, seeing the monster that he was worried he could be. Dude, if Sanji got Conqueror's Haki, he'd still get fucking shat on. Remember, we've talked about this. Sanji's just like a woman. If Sanji got Conqueror's Haki, it would be okay, but his isn't as good as, like, Luffy's or Zoro's. Like, that's what is going to happen. I don't think Sanji needs Conqueror's Haki or anything. I think Sanji would only get Conqueror's Haki if it was about conquering himself, because he needs that inward reflection. I don't think he needs it, but if he got it, it would be, not that impressive. Everyone's got Conqueror's Haki. Like, I'm telling you, if he got Conqueror's Haki, it's just such a woman, I'm sorry. He'd get undermined. Well, Blackbeard, like, is a bit of a creep. Remember, Blackbeard's the anti-Luffy. Good character. Egghead Sanji was so cute. Him and Bonney were just adorable, with like him taking up that like big brother role with Bonney. Do you remember when Sanji jumped in front of who was it? It was Kizaru, right? When he jumped in front of Kizaru and said, "I'll be the one saving Bonney, no one else will be saving Bonney." And people tried to make that weird. I can't get over that. I cannot get fucking over that. And like that is just purposeful. I just hate this guy and I just want everyone to think he's disgusting. I remember that so well because that was finally the moment that the whole fandom got together and said, why the fuck are you trying to convince other non-One Piece fans that's like one of the main characters is like an actual disgusting degenerate? Like, what is going on here? I'll never forget that because that was like the straw that broke the camel's back of the whole, for once, there was like a good group of like people that got together on like One Piece Twitter and were like, can you guys stop trying to show and present Sanji in this way? He's not doing that. That is so fucking weird. Like, it was really weird. Because the whole thing with Sanji is, and we've always known this, he will always protect and help women and girls. He's always done that. He was specifically also protecting Chimney as well in Water 7. He just does that because he's the knight in shining armor. It had nothing to do with anything weird, nothing to do with any perviness. It was literally just, I am here to protect these girls because I care about them. And I think the issue is a lot of people see Sanji and they think Sanji expects something out of his chivalry. Like, they think Sanji wants something from his chivalry, i.e. Sanji's being kind to women because he wants to get some. Any fucking Sanji fan will tell you that is obviously not the case. It's just because he wants to be nice. He's just kind. It's a kindness that he doesn't expect anything from. And that's really concerning to me, because when men say that about Sanji, and when men think Sanji's just nice to women to get something, is that what you think? Are you just nice to women because you want something from women? Because, newsflash buddy, that doesn't mean you're nice. That doesn't mean you're nice at all. It means you are manipulative and kind of disgusting, right? You shouldn't be nice or kind to anyone because you want something from them. That's not really kind. And that's why I really, really like, newsflash buddy, by the way, my white people saying. But that's why I really like Baratier. Because Baratier showed Sanji's kindness on another level of why Is he helping Gin? What does he have to gain from helping Gin? He had nothing to gain from helping Gin. In fact, it only caused problems when he helped Gin. But that's Sanji's kindness. He is just that kind. He's not expecting anything from anyone. And if there are problems that arise from his kindness, he will be the one to deal with that. He knows the consequences of kindness. If he is too kind, it is a choice, and he's making that choice, right? He's never kind to people for any kind of gain. So when he jumped in front of Kizaru to help Bonney, a lot of people saw that as Sanji trying to gain something from Bonney, and so they made it weird. Us Sanji heads, us Sanji-pilled Sanji fans went, what the fuck are you talking about? He literally is just nice to people, especially women and girls. He always has been. He's not trying to gain anything. He just wants to help her. Like, it has nothing to do with anything weird. I would just never forget that. Because I just never forget how there were so many like Sanji memes going around trying to make him a creep, and how the QRTs that were defending Sanji were just washing the original tweet trying to make him a creep. And it's like, something has changed. Like, something has actually changed. People are finally starting to realize, actually, Sanji is a good guy. He's not a fucking degenerate. He just sometimes has degenerate thoughts, but he's not disgusting. He's not a monster. Right? Sanji doesn't expect anything from his flirtation. He was shocked that Viola even held his hand. He was shocked. And it's like, what the fuck are you expecting from him, right? But yeah, that shit was crazy. Him and Bonney were just so wholesome. And the fact that this was so on purpose to me as well by Oda. Did you guys notice that Oda was very purposefully keeping Bonney and Sanji split well before we knew of Bonnie's actual identity? Because of course, we were supposed to be tricked. We were supposed to think Bonney was a woman, like a grown woman at that time, because she was trying to trick everyone in that regard, because that's how she could survive in the pirating world. And I think the issue, not the issue, but what Oda was doing there was he clearly didn't want anything with the Sanji Bonney thing, because if Sanji didn't flirt with a woman, a full-grown woman, that would have been a giveaway. And if Sanji did flirt with a woman who actually ended up not being a woman, then that would have been disgusting. And Oda was clearly not wanting that for Sanji, right? So it's like, I found it really funny, and I was like, fuck, I should have known. He was keeping Sanji and Bonney separated because he didn't want any misconceptions. He didn't want anything, he didn't want to reveal anything, and he didn't want any misconceptions, so he just kept them split, because everyone thought Bonney was an adult until she revealed her identity. Because again, that was the plot twist, that was the point, and that was also the metaphor regarding Bonney and having to survive in an adult world, right? And the only person Sanji flirted with was Lilith and Stussy. And I was like, Oda, you bastard. You bastard. Ripley is a child. What? What are you talking about? Hi, Foily. But I just thought that was really funny, because Oda was like, nope. Like, he has lines he does not cross, and that's one of them. Right? He said, nah, I'm not putting Sanji in the line of fucking fire here. I refuse. No one is going to get the wrong idea from Sanji. And he couldn't have Sanji not flirt with someone who we thought at the time was a full-grown woman. Because, otherwise that would have just been a dead giveaway. Right, we didn't know yet. It was the plot twist. There were some, I'm sorry, people who say Bonney should have looked like the little girl the whole time we knew her. Sanji wasn't flirting with Ripley. No, that's because Ripley's married and has a child, and he respects the sanctity of coupling and marriage. But there are some people who are like, Bonney should have looked like a child the whole time we knew her. And respectfully, I'm like, did you not like get that this is supposed to be something that we were not meant to know? We were not supposed to know Bonney was actually a child because she was having to survive in an adult world. And if we knew, that would have blown everything like out of ridiculous proportion regarding what Bonnie's doing and who Bonney is. Like, Bonney would not have survived on the seas. if she remained her actual age, because she was a child and people would have tried to kill her more than they already did. Like, the whole point of Bunny's story is she wanted to grow up quickly, and she had to survive in the world that she was in. And it's like, how do you not get that? Oh, Sanji would fucking never cheat. I cannot believe people think Sanji would ever cheat. But that's the thing that gets me. Oda drew Bonney the way he draws all his women. And again, if he changed that, that would have been a dead giveaway. He wasn't sexualizing Bonney in any way. And again, you know this because she wasn't in any kind of position that, like in any kind of way that sexualized her. He was just drawing her the way he drew everyone. And I was like, I feel like people are really blowing this out of proportion. Oda was damned if you do, damned if you don't, because he wanted that to be the twist. He wasn't trying to trick us in a weird way. He was trying to trick us into thinking Bonney is like an adult, because that was the point of her story. She was trying to survive. So when it's revealed that she's a child, you go, oh my god, that's heartbreaking. She had to survive in this way, in this terrible and cruel world, by having to put on her big shoes, you know? And then you find out, of course, and it's like, I just feel like a lot of people blow it out of into extreme proportion, because I'm like, he's literally drawing Bonney the way he draws all his women. I didn't see anything weird there. Oh, Tsubaki. Look, I can't read a lot of fics because of sometimes that stuff happens. But yeah, Bonney was such a hot topic, but it's like, right, Bonney was also emulating what she thinks women would look like. And look, I know this is so different. I know this is completely different, don't get me wrong, but it does remind me of when Barbie as a doll was first created. And they created Barbie, of course, with breasts. And of course, her original figure was naked. And the amount of people that were like, oh my god, why are you sexualizing a doll for little girls? And the creator of Barbie said, we are not sexualizing anything. It's just grown women have breasts. And when a little girl wants to emulate an adult, a woman that they want to be, they're gonna have breasts. It has nothing to do with sexualness, right? And I understand that Oda isn't like that. And I understand Oda's still a man. But when I was like reading stuff with Bonney, I was like, I don't see anything sexual here. Even when she takes off her shirt and wrings it out, all the men are doing that too. No one's awooga-ing her. No one is like pointing out, oh my god, you're naked bobbies. Nothing is happening there. She's literally just wringing out her shirt with the guys. And I'm like, this just doesn't feel sexual to me. Am I crazy? You can tell when Oda's sexualizing something. Nothing with Bonney felt sexualized to me. I was like, this is just like another woman that he's drawing. What's the NDE panel? Look, I'll admit the nakedness as well. I was like, you didn't have to draw that, and I do agree with that. But also in the setting that it was in, it was all the other guys were also wringing out their shirts. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, I'm not saying that, oh yeah, do that again, Oda, but I am saying that I feel the context there does matter. And remember, he was still trying to make us think that she was an adult here. Because again, it's not for any pervy reasons, but because he wanted that point to find out that she is a child to hit hard regarding what she had to do to survive, right? Like, so it's like, again, if you're uncomfortable with it, that's fine. You're allowed to be uncomfortable with it. I just didn't feel anything super sexual the way other people did. That's what I mean. Oda was damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because he didn't want to reveal all his cards yet with Bonney. I mean, the reason he included it is because he still wanted us to think that she was an adult in that moment. But that's what I mean. Also, bodies existing isn't inherently sexual as well. Momo in Robin's chest in the bath was definitely different because Momo was like a little pervy kid. But there was, I don't know, look, we all have different opinions about this, don't get me wrong, but I just saw nothing perverted about it because again, you know when Oda's like being sexual. And it's just, again, it just felt intentional that she was doing the same thing all the guys were doing. I just don't understand why that was exactly a problem, let's say. Or like the problem that it was. But yeah, the amount of people that say, oh, he shouldn't have drawn her like the way he draws all his women. And I'm like, but then everyone would have known. Well, Rebecca, again, Rebecca is someone that comes from a place of she was being humiliated. She was being totally humiliated because Doffy was humiliating her. Because I've said this before and I say it again. The second Dressrosa is revealed to be free, and Rebecca is allowed to dress herself, she wears a long covering frilly dress. So she's clearly not picking that outfit. Doffy's punishing her as a slave, right? And that's why I was like, I'm pretty sure the fit Rebecca's wearing is supposed to look like the Princess Leia slave fit. Which again, problematic, but that's what it felt like. You throw Sanji in there. That's true, that's true. I don't know. I know not everyone will agree, but I see the Bonney panel of her wringing out her shirt. Because once again, it's in context with all the guys doing that as well. It's not just Bonney. And I also see that as a... At this point in time, we still didn't know Bonnie's, like, reality. At that point, we didn't know the twist yet. And he was doing his fucking damnedest to hit us like a truck with the realization of who she actually was. Like, I know not everyone agrees with that, but that's what I saw. That's what I thought he was doing. I don't think he was actively trying to, like, make us go awooga at all. I think he was just trying to not make us suspicious. I wish we got Sanji in a bodysuit, but he was very cute. But you know, everyone is going to agree and disagree, right? Like, I know some people would not agree with what I'm saying here. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine. You're in your full right to be uncomfortable with it. Because I also don't agree with how Oda draws all his women. I've talked about that. I would very much like him to have different body types for his women, don't get me wrong. But there's also just times where I'm like, I feel like we're making this worse than it is. The anime definitely made it worse, and it's like, why does this keep fucking happening? But the thing is, there are, God, what was I saying? I've lost it. There were many different types in Amazon Lily. It's just the issue is his resident, like, girl, like, 9 out of 10 times will look like Nami. And it's like, that's okay, fine, but it's like, it would be nice to have a little bit more variety. Fuck, what was I gonna say? Oh, there are a lot of lines that Oda will not cross, and that's very, very prominent to me. And, that... lolicon threshold, right? Which I also do not like. He clearly does not cross that. I think he finds that somewhat disgusting. He even made fun of a SBS person who asked about lolicon for some reason, and he was like, okay. Like that one person that was like, why doesn't Sanji go awooga over his sister? Oda said, what is wrong with you? Oda was like, what the fuck, that's his sister. He did the same thing with someone else who asked that. And this is why it's like, the bar is so low, guys. But I noticed throughout all of One Piece, there are lines that Oda will definitely not cross. And that's one of them. He will refuse to cross that. And that's why when it comes to Bonney, I give him the best intentions because he knew Bonnie's story. He gave Bonney an exceptional story. He made us respect Bonney with her character and her childhood, which is why when I look at Bonney, I just see he's trying to trick us and he doesn't want to make it obvious until we get there. So it's like, there's just so many obvious lines in my opinion that Oda will just refuse to cross. He refuses to cross them. He even had to fucking establish S Snake because he couldn't believe what people were saying regarding S Snake and like the attractiveness, and he was like, no, that is not how this works. Like, he was really upset about that. He was really upset with how people were taking S Snake, and he was like, it's not like Boa's power, it's the power of the fruit and how it uses your strongest emotion. And people thought S Snake were cute, so she used that emotion against them. In the same way he presented that with Yorkie as well, and with Usopp, right? And it's like, there are clear lines that Oda will not cross, which is why it's like, when it comes to Bonney, I do want to give him the benefit of the doubt, because I know that's a line he refuses to cross, because he doesn't like it. He's pretty clearly shown that he does not like that. So I just see it as he was desperately trying to trick us regarding who Bonney really was, because he wanted that plot twist to like hit like a truck with her actual story. It's only because while I was watching One Piece, because I need you guys to know this, I started One Piece in fear, and I started it in fear because I've heard of Sanji, of course, and I know how anime works, especially Big Shonen. A lot of disgusting jokes that I don't always agree with, a lot of yucky kind of fan service I don't like. So when I started One Piece and I noticed there simply wasn't that in One Piece, I was shocked. I was relieved and I was shocked because I was like, One Piece 90% of the time is incredibly tasteful. There are problems, of course there are problems, but it is by far like the most digestible and funniest and most entertaining watch that doesn't make you every fucking second episode go, ugh, you know what I mean? Like, I've only had 1 or 2 times in One Piece where I've been like, really? One of them was Sanji sniffing Perona. Again, I didn't like that. But aside from that, there's really not like that much in there with One Piece. And again, the bar's so fucking low, but I was like, oh my god, thank god. So going from watching it and then going to the manga, it was even better. It was even better because it was less bad. And I was like, oh my god, the anime amped this up to like 11. It's so tame. It's so tame in the manga. And I'm like, people lied to me. But that's why I'm noticing these things, because I've seen so many disgusting anime regarding like that kind of shit. So the fact One Piece didn't have that, I was like, oh, thank god. Nah, he did sniff Perona in the manga. Fisherman Island really wasn't that bad, and I really do stand by that. People inflate that to such insane degrees. But sniffing Perona happened. I know why it happened. I get what was going on there, because Sanji was like sick. Like, he was actually sick, and he was like, what's wrong with me? I still wish that didn't happen. See, I can be fair. I can be fair. That's the one time I would in fact slap him. Anyways, good conversations to have. But yeah, there are lines that Oda will not... There are lines that Oda will not cross. I noticed that very quickly. Anna was the same as well. Anna was really worried Chopper was going to be the little pervert character. Because there are so many anime where there's like a little thing, like a little creature, and it's just a disgusting perv. Anna was terrified that was going to be Chopper. And when we started watching One Piece together, we were like, how could a man create something this cute? Because Anna, look, Anna has examples, I don't have them now, but there are a lot of anime that have like a little creature. And the little creature is just a fucking degenerate. Like, that's the joke. It's a cute little creature and it's just a fucking pervert. Like a degenerate pervert. So Anna was scared that that's what Chopper was gonna be. And then he wasn't. He was adorable. Bleach, bleach. I think it's in Inuyasha as well, but don't quote me on that. So Anna was terrified. And then Chopper was adorable, right? There were so many times Anna and I were holding our breath for the worst, and then nothing happened. Nothing happened, and we were so relieved. True, a man did make Kirby. However, a woman made Pikachu. So there. Hi, welcome. The starfish in One Piece. He wasn't perverted. The only gag that Sanji has with the little guy is pervert. Sorry, Sanji. That Oda has with little guys perverted is like Momonosuke and like the kids. But I think that's just really like rooted in old Japanese cartoon. And look, it could be worse. Would I prefer if it were not there? Yes. Could it be worse? Yes. I'm just glad it's only happened twice. When I found out Pikachu and Chopper shared VAs, I was like, damn, she must be making bank. She must be incredibly loaded. I will say, in chapter 1135, when Girth is like consoling the kid, and the kid looks at Sanji, and Sanji goes, "Come on!" That did make me laugh. Not the act of the kid in the boobs itself, but Sanji going, "For fuck's sake!" Like, I'm afraid that did make me laugh. Oh! Holy shit! Why are there so many of you? We're talking about One Piece.
How to do, boys?
Hi! Oh, I'm shy now. I'm shy. Don't look at me. There's way too many of you here.
How to do, boys?
Hello, quick, spam Sanji locked in. That's our raid emote. Love your videos. What are you all doing here? Thank you for the raid. Loves One Piece. Who's your favorite character, Troy?
Whack his pee-pee.
That was awesome. Hello, everyone. Music reactor? Oh my goodness, hi! How did you find me? Loving Luffy is not boring. Thank you very- excuse me, that is not boring. How dare you? That's based. That's incredible.
Boys?
I will say that makes you a green flag. If you said Zoro... I'm kidding. No, that's incredibly based. God, hello everyone. What were we talking about? We were talking about how One Piece, the bar is so low. We were talking about the bar is low, but One Piece still goes over it in a good way. Marina and the Diamonds album. Fuck. What's the song? The, oh no? That's my song on that that album. That's the song. I know exactly what I want and who I want to be. That's it, right? That's my song. Did you like the Marina and the Diamonds album? What did you rate it? I do have pink hair, but I've been tired of maintaining it. Like, okay, oh my god, breaking my silence, because I'm sure you guys know, yes, this is a wig. Now here's the thing, I do have pink hair under this wig, it's the exact same color, but, I'm letting you guys know this now. Over this year, I'm letting it grow out because the bleach, right? The bleach, it's killing me. So now I'm defaulting to this because I want to stay pink. I love being pink. As you can see, pink, 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 pink. I have to stay pink or I'm gonna die. But now you all know.
Howdy do, boys.
That's true. If you don't love Luffy, I will, if you don't love Luffy, that I don't trust you.
Howdy do, boys.
Do what you gotta do. The bleach was in my brain. I got this wig from AliExpress. And it's pretty good, right? It's pretty decent. I was really impressed with it. I had to cut my own fringe. And I think I did a really good job. Anyways, sorry. I lost my entire train of thought with this raid. But, yeah, I've, hair color do you recommend for first hair dye? Pink. Duh! Who do you think I am? I think pink hair looks good on everybody. I think pink in general looks good on everybody. I get really mad when people don't wear pink. Everyone should wear it. Yeah, no roots, no roots. Everyone should wear pink. Anyways, for those who don't know what I'm doing, welcome raiders. I'm editing. I'm sorry, it's not that exciting. 3 facts about myself. I'm a Sanji fan. What else do you need to know? Is that it? Surely you can get everything from me with that. That's everything. That's everything. You should wear pink and black. Oh, I'm Australian. My favorite Pokemon's Ambipom. Oh yeah, I grow an inch every week. I'm still growing. I love hummus. Oh, Thrash, you remembered Salt and Vodka? That's so sweet. But for those who don't know what I'm doing, I'm editing, for one of my videos. It's very boring right now because it's only audio. And I have a Nami tattoo. She's very recent. I got her in December. And I love her. I love her. And they put the skin sack on me. The tattoo skin sack on me. And I got no skin juice. No tattoo juice. And it made me really sad. Because I was really excited for the bag juice. And I love Bowser. That's true. Ugh. Ew. Well, the friends that I have who have gotten tattoos before me told me that when they put the sack on you, it fills with juice. I was waiting for it. I didn't get any juice. Hi, hi. Because I felt left out. Oh, and I support Dragon. That is so true. I am the #1 Dragon defender. I will defend Dragon to the ends of the earth. I am not an Akainu Blazer. Yeah, true. Chat's obsessed with me. Favorite movie? Coraline. The 2009 Coraline. And I'm a Rayleigh defender. That is so true. I love Rayleigh. My 3 favorite characters are probably like Sanji, Law, Rayleigh, Vivi as well, and of course Nami. No! I don't like sexy old men. They have to be like specific. They have to be Rayleigh specific. They have to not be bums. Rayleigh's a bit of a bum though.
Howdy do, boys.
But he's like my bum, you know? I feel... I'm a Garp hater, but I like his character. Do you understand? So as a person, I don't like Garp. As a character, I like Garp. But you will not ever catch me defending Garp. Shanks is a bum! Shanks is a bum! And it's time we start saying that. Oh, and I'm a buggy defender as well. Shanks is a fumbler. Spanx, I don't know. Has Spanx fumbled any clowns lately? Fraudhawk. I love Mihawk, but I don't know anything about the guy. Remember when I was talking last stream about how, like, I'm confused when people say, like, Blackbeard's, like super well written as a character, because I'm like, we don't, like, know anything about his character yet. And I agree, he's well written, but as a character, I still don't know. And then I'm like, I love Mihawk. I don't fucking know anything about Mihawk, and I love him. But I know Mihawk's promise of a story is going to be fantastic. Like, I know Mihawk's story is going to be banger. And I'm waiting to see what it is. And I'm still betting Mihawk's story is, I'm not putting Drock on blast. But, I know Mihawk's story is going to be something like he had a boy best friend that betrayed him. That has to be it. Thrash, you time yourself out. I love Zoro the way one would like an ugly dog. No such thing as an ugly cat. Cats bully you, yeah. I get bullied all the time. By bombing. Hairless cats are so funny. Have you seen them fighting each other? The slapping noises absolutely kill me. The skin slap. Hairless cats look like chicken. No, this is Pokemon. I wish I could play One Piece music. Actually, I can play,
Yeah.
Loki, thank you. That reminds me, hang on. The One Piece soundtrack for some reason doesn't get copyrighted as much. So, like, openings, yes? Soundtracks, no. At least that's what I've noticed. Never mind, up to a point. I think original songs, no, but past Whole Cake Island, yes. So like Mother C doesn't get copyrighted. We Did It doesn't get copyrighted. But they do after that. Mihawk's toilet. That's an intimidation tactic. I'm telling you. He doesn't actually use that. It's just to scare people off. The toilet was hard bolted to the carpet floor. It was 1000% and you think Mihawk would live like that? It is 1000% an intimidation tactic. What are you guys saying right now? Mihawk is very well kept, very presentable. Which is why it's so funny that he had to train Zoro. The new Master Swordsman's a slob! But yeah, apologies to the raiders for this very boring, very boring stream. It's a very, very chill stream. Mario Party will be next. Oh fuck, I haven't done a watch stream in a while. Damn. So Saturdays I watch One Piece with my friend Anna. And we watch it on here on Twitch. I can't stream the actual episode on the screen because obviously I'll get in trouble. I used to, and then I just got caught up in working and playing Mario Party. So, I haven't done a watch stream in a while. Because I didn't used to stream my work in progress. And Stardew. No, Zoro probably showers less since his training with Mihawk. And you know why? Because he was living under Mum's roof. He was forced to be hygienic. Now that he's out from under Mum's roof, he doesn't have to shower as much anymore. Like, think about how men move out and think about what their living space looks like after they move out. It is not hygienic. Sanji doesn't want it to happen, but he can't force anything. I still can't get over the panel where Zoro's fighting the monkeys outside of Mihawk's manor, and Zoro cut that one monkey across the chest in the same way Mihawk had cut him, right? And the monkey licked his finger and put spit in the wound. And Zoro said, "You can't just put spit in the wound to heal it. Where'd you learn that from?" And then, of course, after he fought Mihawk at the Baratier, we find out Zoro didn't get stitches or anything. He just put a bandage on it. And it's like, oh my god. Are we meant to... Is the interpretation here that Zoro's nearly as stupid as the monkeys? Is that like the implication? He's one step away from being as dumb as the monkeys. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Mihawk did say he did. Wait, Mihawk did say Zora's dumber than the monkeys. He did, didn't he? I'm glad you're enjoying the cool stream. I forgot Mihawk said that to Zoro. He was like, only someone dumber than them would like take them on. And Zoro was like, are you talking to me? Oh god. That's right, yeah, who else is here? That is foul. What Oda said, most of the men on the crew rarely use the toilet. That is foul. This is why Sanji's my number one. I know Sanji's washing his ass, and I know he's using the bathroom. As fucking if Sanji's pissing off the side of the ship. Well, come on. That is so foul. Oh my god. That's dastardly and foul. Nami, Robin, and Sanji, I am so sorry. I've talked about this before. I don't care if a dude smirks. I don't care if a dude smells like smoke, so long as he's washing his hands and ass. Smoke all you want. It's your choice. Just wash your hands and ass. You cannot convince me that cigarette smoke smells worse than 1 week unwashed ass. You cannot convince me. I'd rather a hygienic smoker than a non-hygienic bum. A hygienic smoker than a non-hygienic non-smoker. What did I enter chat to? Hi. I've talked about this, and look, this actually might be like weird to some people. I'm genuinely scared to like shake hands with like men. And the only reason for that is because I saw a statistic of the amount of men who do not wash their hands because of COVID, right? And I was horrified. I was horrified. When a guy reaches out his hand to shake mine, I'm like... I don't want to! I don't want to! I don't want to shake your hand! Please! You can bet immediately after the interaction to the bathroom. I'm terrified. I don't want them touching me. I don't want them... Why can't we bow? Why can't we all bow? I think everyone needs to bring bowing into customs. Why can't we see each other and bow? Why do we have to touch each other at all? Don't touch me! Chapter 612 SBS, Makuno is that child's mother. Are you joshing me? Surely if that were the case, this would be everywhere, no? Where's the SBS? I can't find it. $6.15. Sorry, I'm trying not to get spoiled. It does mean that Makino has become a mother. She looks very happy. It's gotta be that guy. I still don't trust that. I still don't trust that, right? It's still not biological. He's not saying, ah, yes, he's given birth. She's given birth to that beautiful baby. It's, well, it does mean that Makino has become a mother. So did Bellemere. Bellemere had a baby Nami and she became a mother. She didn't give birth to Nami. I don't trust that man. I don't trust that man. I'm just saying. No. But he doesn't say that though. He's given birth. But it doesn't say that. There is no implication of where this child came from. It's just, well, Makino has become a mother. You should not trust this man. He has gotten so many people with this before. Oh yeah, no, I know it's her kid. So it's her kid, but where? Where has this child come from? I don't trust this man. He's gotten so many people with this before and I refuse for this to happen again. Until we are shown, until we are told, Makino's like, yes, I gave birth to this. I'm fucking watching him. Until we get, like, a panel of Makino, like, pregnant, I just don't trust it. It's that guy's kid. He's done that before. Do you guys remember? Every time he's trying to fucking take the piss, he does that. I don't think he implied that it's Shanks at all. He just said, it's that guy's kid. He's done that before, remember? He was like, oh yeah, in this year, that guy and that guy are gonna fight. We'll see Shanks pregnant. No, he always uses that guy. It doesn't mean anything. Oda's a fucking troll. He's not implying anything. He's just being a dickhead. If it was implied to be Shanks, it'd be like, must have been someone she met before, you know? But it's not. It's that guy. He's just being a dickhead. He always does that. I've been saying, what if it's Dadan and Makino's kid? No one respects that. I will burst out laughing if it's not a biological child. Like, I will. Like, I don't care either way. I don't care if it's her biological kid or not. But if it is her biological kid, I will be laughing. I will be there and I will be laughing. Only because I have then thought too hard about it and Oda got me a different way. If Spanx is the father and Makino thought... Oh my god, and Makino thought it was like Shanks? Can you imagine? Shanks appears in the East Blue after years, sees Makino with a baby. Makino? Oh, Shanks, you're finally back to see your child. And Shanks is... But my what? Whose? I haven't... What? Yes, no! Get it! What happened? What if he covered his eye or covered his face? Yes! What the fuck? Makino! I lost my dick when I saved Luffy! Everyone knows this! Shanks! Oh god. That's still funny. People who are new here would be like, what the fuck is she talking about? I'm sorry if you missed it. For those who don't know, there's the famous scene of Shanks saving Luffy and he lost his arm. And of course Luffy's crying and says, Shanks, your arm! Someone edited that. Shanks still has his arm. But Luffy's saying, Shanks, your dick! I cannot stop quoting it now. Oh. Yeah, and they added it in. It's horrendous, but it makes me laugh. Cock injured! The only reason One Piece community has a fascination with Pina is because of Oda. He started this. Whoa, that was close! If Zoro and Luffy had to fight each other, who would win? Zoro beat Mr. 2, so he's stronger. No, Mr. 1, so he's stronger, right? Whoa! That was close! I thought you said in a dick fight! Oh, he's insane. I want to play Mario Party and play with my slime. That is not a euphemism. I have slime. And I love it. I've currently been picking bits out of the slime and it's been invigorating. No, quota not finished. My quote is this, and then I can stop editing for the day. Theories for the new chapter tomorrow? I do not have any. However, I said this before, I did get spoiled that I guessed something. I'm not telling you guys what it was, obviously, and I only got spoiled because it was in my notifications, and I was like, fuck! But, apparently I guessed something. So I'm not gonna say anything. It was a single panel that I saw. And I went, ah! My Shayla! He's been picked up by Girth. It was so cute. The way he saw Girth for the first time and he was like little and he was like, kya kya! Oh, he's so cute. The little pose he does. He's so Tamaki on High School Host Club. I was telling Anna this, that for the Wit remake, I'm pretty positive they're gonna have new voice actors because I don't know why they wouldn't. But for the Wit remake, I'm sure they're gonna have new voice actors. And I was telling Anna, if they pick Miyano Mamoru for Sanji, I am going to shit my pants. And again, Miyano Mamoru is Tamaki from Oran High School Host Club. Because I've always been interested in how has Miyano Momoru not gotten a role in One Piece yet? He's a very prominent voice actor. And I'll assume maybe he just might be saying no or something. Because he's an independent. I don't think he works with any specific company. I know a lot about this voice actor for some reason. I think it's going to be... I don't think they're going to try and replicate anything, because if you replicate and you get a little bit wrong, then the whole thing's ruined. So it's like, I think it's going to be own interpretations and new directions, and it's just going to be how they see the manga. Or at least I hope so. All I know is whoever they get for Sanji, he better be able to moan. That's it. To be fair, Chopper did have a different voice actor once. It was in Water 7, I think for like 3 episodes, and it's because Chopper was pregnant. So she had to step away for a bit. Chopper's voice actor was pregnant. So she was away for a bit.
Howdy do, boys.
Hi. No, it was Chopper's. You can hear it. Chopper's voice actor changes, and I remember looking this up. There are 3 episodes in Water 7 where Chopper's voice actor is different. Well, I guess Robin as well, but I remember looking up, like, why is Chopper's voice different in these episodes? Chopper's pregnant! Oh, okay. That's fine. Sanji was pregnant, Zoro was locked in. I need you to know. I love your name, Wee Dog. Weed Dog. I need you to know, in this stream, when we're locking in, we say it's time to get Sanji pregnant. That's how iconic that is here. Yeah. Look, so long as they still have Shanks' voice actor for the intimate Shanks buggy scene, I'm sure it'll be fine. All I know is if they're picking people to be the new Straw Hats, which again I'm sure they are, it's definitely like invitation only, do you know what I mean? There's no way they're doing like an open call for that, because then everyone would know. Everyone would know, the secret would be out and people would be scrambling, you know?
Howdy do, boys.
I like your username, and Sanji gets pregnant here, yeah. On the daily. He didn't know he was signing up for One Piece. Well, Zoro's like original voice, they're all fantastic, but fuck, I love Zoro's original voice. It's just, I don't know how he does it, how he sounds like that, but his voice is like really sexy. Like, you know how people talk about Crocodile's voice and like, oh yeah, that Crocodile's voice does not do it for me. Zoro's does, and I really don't know why. But also, I'm just like, I'm also like, I like Zoro's like personality as well, so it's probably that as well. Yeah. We're getting GARP video when more GARP things happen. I'm waiting for the ball to drop with GARP. And I'm waiting to see if we get the Dragon GARP discussion. This is why. See, this is why I'm so excited for the end of One Piece, as insane as that sounds. Because I can finally put everything together. Like, I will be talking about One Piece for fucking eons once One Piece ends. Because I'll finally have the whole story! Momonosuke is actually someone I do want to talk about. Yamato and Momonosuke. Definitely two characters I want to talk about. Look, one of my favorite scenes ever in One Piece. Sanji and Nami, I'd love to make a Sanji and Nami video. I have been wanting to make a video of like dynamics between Straw Hats. But I want to make those videos after I've done all the arc videos, because then I'll have everything reread and in a fine list of like what's happened, you know what I mean? But what was I saying? One of my favorite scenes ever in One Piece is when Luffy is when Kaido and Momonosuke are like versing each other as dragons and Luffy's going, "Bite him! Bite him!" And Momonosuke's going, "No! Bite him, Momonosuke! Bite him!" And then he finally bites him. And then Luffy goes, "Momonosuke, you have just bitten an Emperor of the Sea. Are you still afraid?" And he goes, "No!" And Luffy goes, "Good!" It's such a good moment, because of course I get Luffy's thinking there. But it's just, bite him! Bite him now! It made me laugh so much. Luffy's a good mentor, but he's chaotic. Favorite main character in anime, Luffy. Definitely up there. I'm trying to think of other things or other manga that I like. I love Akira from Devilman. I really like him. I do like Guts. I do really like Guts. Where's my list? Luffy's just really good. Because I wasn't expecting to love him, and now I really do. I haven't seen Dungeon Meshi. I love Coco from Witch Hat Atelier. Because it heals something in me. Witch Hat Atelier is once again one of those series where if I had read that when I was a little girl, I would have been so in love with it. I am in love with it, but it just would have, like, just done something to me in my brain chemistry as a little girl, seeing Coco be the character that she is. I have not seen Skip Beat, I'm afraid. Or read it. Out of Shonen, Luffy's 1,000 billion trillion% the best character. Main character, yes. Out of Shonen, yeah, definitely. No contest for me. Seinen, so it might not have been the best for little girls. But, little girls would still read it. But also, Witch Hat Atelier definitely does not... Like, it's got, like, mature themes, but it's not, like, grotesquely mature. Do you know what I mean? I'm surprised it's a seinen, actually. I'm not sure why. Why is it a seinen? There's nothing in there that indicates that to me. Is it just because it's not a shonen? Do you know what I mean? And it doesn't fit into shoujo either? Sakura from Gekkan Shoujo Nozaki-kun. Probably because of the disability themes. God, that's so sad. That's really sad, isn't it? Because the disability themes are, like, not even... Like, they're good, you know? No, so, I've explained this before. Shoujo, shonen, seinen, originally those were audiences. So originally it meant for boys, originally it meant for girls. It has now evolved into genres. So shoujo is now a genre. Seinen is now a genre. Shonen is now a genre. These now have different meanings. So originally it was target audience. Originally it was magazine for boys, magazine for girls. But now it is in a genre demographic. I did a paper on this in my university, thank you very much. It is now considered it's now considered a genre as well as a demographic. Yeah, because there are tropes. There are tropes that follow each. So they've morphed into a genre. Well, it's like children's movie, right? Children's movie is an age range, but it is very argued that it is also a genre. Children's movie is a genre. So is chicks flick. Chick flicks are a genre as well. Like, it's both the audience and the genre. But yeah, out of Shonen 1000%, Luffy is definitely the best main character. There is just zero contest for that. Although I love Judai from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, I love him. But Yu-Gi-Oh! GX is not as good as One Piece. Not as good as One Piece. Yes, Sakura from Gekkan Shoujo Nozaki-kun. Love her. I love her. She's so cute. She's just so cute. I love her. I don't know. I say it's hard to pick like best main character because Gekkan Shoujo Nozaki-kun and One Piece are two totally different stories. In the story Gekkan Shoujo was telling, Sakura's perfect. In the story One Piece is telling, Luffy is perfect. Like, that's kind of hard to compare. Haruhi as well. I love Haruhi from Oran High School Host Club. Hinata's really, really good. Hinata's very good for Haikyuu. Kuroko in Kuroko's Basketball. I love him, but there are other characters I prefer in Kuroko's Basketball, but I do love him a lot. But in regards to an MC protagonist, I'm afraid Luffy clears. Dressrosa is the closest thing One Piece has to a tournament arc. And I went, oh, when they got into it. And then I cheered when Luffy left. It felt like Oda was like, okay, here's your tournament arc. Just kidding, Luffy's leaving. I was so happy. I was like, oh my god, he's gone. And see, this is what I mean. Oda doesn't give a shit. He was like, I'm falling into shonen tropes. Just kidding, bye. Oh, tricked me. Absolutely tricked me. Oh my god, guys, I had a dream last night that I was in like an anime store or something. And I was like, I had a bucket of like things that I was buying. And I found so much Kuroko's Basketball merch of my two favorite characters, Kissa and Aomine. And I was like, ah! And I woke up really sad, and I was like, oh, I was really enjoying that. Damn it. Happiest moments I've ever been in. When you say Shigeo, are you talking about Kageyama from Haikyuu? Shigeo? Yes, I ship Aomine and Kissa. Who do you think I am? They're literally basketballs also. The only reason Kissa started playing basketball is because he saw... Oh, Mob Psycho! Oh, fuck, my bad. Tobio is Haikyuu. Yes, Mob. Sorry, I know him as Mobu. Yes, I love Mob. Oh my god, I love Mobu. I love him. Yeah, he's fantastic. I love Mobu. What was I saying? Fuck. Oh, Kissa... One of the reasons Kissa even started playing basketball is because he watched Aomine play basketball. And one of the reasons Sanji joined the Straw Hats is because he watched Zoro try and accomplish his dreams at the Baratier. They are so basketball, Zoro-san. Tsubaki, I fucking hated that ship. I hated that ship. I hated it. It pissed me off because it was boring. It was boring and dull. No offense if you shipped it. Like, I cannot imagine watching the game between Aomine and Kissa and not coming out of that, like, thinking, damn, they've got some good angst going on. I can't imagine. And going, yeah, the senpai that saved him. Fuck off! The real beef there, and the real tension there, and the real chemistry there was between Aomine and Kissa. That's what the whole game was. That game was fucking... Oh, please watch Kuroko's Basketball. It's ridiculous, but it's so good. It's so good. I love Aomine. He's so cool. There's literally a scene in the game between them where they're versing each other where Kissa's like, fuck, he's so cool. And if I want to pass him and if I want to beat him, I have to stop admiring him. And he couldn't. He couldn't stop admiring him. And I get it. I got him because Ayomino is so cool. He's like such a bum, but he's so cool when he plays basketball. It's such... Kuroko's basketball does such a good job because the whole point is Aomin is the ace... I'm rambling now. Aomin is the ace of the original team, and the whole thing with Aomin is you never want him to lose because he's just like a fucking basketball icon. And it's portrayed so well because even when you're watching Aomin in like big deciding games, you don't want him to lose. And the whole point is everyone is like, I don't even want Aomin to lose. Like in the show, no one wants Aomin. You want him to lose? Get out. Oh my god, get out. I didn't want him to lose. I was like, I wanted him to lose for emotional reasons, but I didn't want to see him lose. He was just so cool. Hi, Crash. Oh, bummed out at the gym. You should have pumped more. Yeah, he wanted to lose, but the thing is, he was like, you didn't want to see him lose. I wanted to see him be healthy, but I didn't want to see him lose. I wanted it for him, but I didn't want to see him lose. Like, it was complicated. I wanted him to be healthy, but he was so cool. I have watched a bit of Bleach. It's not for me. No, Tsubaki, I was celebrating because, oh my god, yippee, they did it. But it was still like, oh, but I still didn't want to see him lose. Like, it was the complicated, because that was the thing with Kise. Kise knew Ayomine had to lose to help him, but he didn't want to see him lose. That's what I was feeling. I knew he had to, and I know he needed that, but I still didn't want to see it. Like, it was complicated. I agree. No, I agree. You don't understand. I have that saddest side. I wanted to see it. I agree with everything you're saying. But there's still an area of, but he's so cool and I still don't want to see him lose. Like, it's a combo. I'm a sadist. I want to see it. I want to see him cry. But also, he's so cool and I don't want him to lose. I agree with everything. But I still don't want him to lose. Because he's just cool. Like, I understand Kissa in the moment. I understand everyone in the moment. He's just cool. He was so cool. I still think he's so cool. Everyone watch Kuroko's Basketball now. It's so good. I need it to come back. I'm desperate for it to come back. It is definitely my favorite sports anime. Because I also like Free, but it's so stupid. Free is so silly. The spin-off was just the movie, I think. I would know if there were a spin-off. Ace of Diamonds is good when it's good and bad when it's bad. Ace of Diamonds is like, damn, it's still going? I liked Ace of Diamonds a lot, but there were like so many like moments in it. Haikyuu, I know I'm biased. I do think Haikyuu is really good, but I prefer Kuroko's Basketball a lot more. A lot more. And it's only because I've talked about this. They were fucking too nice to each other in Haikyuu. They were like really nice to each other, and Kuroko's Basketball has that spice. It has that pain, the drama. Haikyuu was like, the drama was in the sports, not in the characters a lot of the time. And that's why everyone thinks Oikawa was like the most evilest evil in Haikyuu, because they had nothing else. Like, Haikyuu's really good, it's really good. But it wasn't to my tastes, because I was like, they need to be meaner to each other. They need to be so much meaner to each other. It also didn't help that a lot of the ships people had, the popular ships, I did not ship. Suki and Kuro. Tsukishima and the one guy from the cat team. Why the fuck is that a popular ship? I'm sorry, I hate them. I hate them as a ship. I didn't get it. I was like, what am I missing here? It is so popular. It is such a popular ship and I don't get it. I hated it. I was like, what am I missing here? Crocus Basketball's good. It's good. Please watch it. You'll love it. Like, it's mean to each other, but then they're nice, but then they're mean and they're nice. It's boy drama. One of my biggest things... No, they're not toxic, but then they are, but then they're not. You don't understand! You don't understand! It's boy drama! Like, they still care about each other. It's so good. But, my biggest issue with Haikyuu, and I've talked about this before, the way Nishinoya was snubbed. He was robbed. That really, really pissed me off. And I understand Nishinoya is a free spirit and he wants to go everywhere, and I get that. The biggest issue with it is how the acknowledgement was, like, not there. He was one of the only motherfuckers that beat Ushijima, that returned his serves. He was the MVP and the anchor of that team. And there was, like, no acknowledgement, and I was like, he's a fucking monster. He's a beast. Where's the acknowledgement for that? It was like, yeah, he's a really good liberal, and then there was, like, nothing. And I'm like, hello? Why is there, like, no real kind of acknowledgement for Nishinoya? It just felt like he was there to save the team when he needed to, and then he kind of didn't matter outside of that. And I was like, I feel like the characters who were getting stories, one of them should have been for Nishinoya. It was really frustrating me. Like, the whole thing with Nishinoya was, oh, I only want to play because Senpai plays, which was Asahi. He really liked Asahi, so he only played when Asahi played. And I was like, where is the story of Asahi is about to graduate? What the fuck is Nishinoya gonna do? Why was there no kind of tension there, or kind of more of a story there? It was only there at the beginning, then it was gone. And I'm like, everyone else are getting these stories. Characters that we've only, like, just met are getting these stories, but not Nishinoya. And that really, really frustrated me because I loved Nishinoya. And I'm like, I feel like Nishinoya deserved more than that, but whatever, I guess. Frustrated me. Also, Hinata got the worst haircut after high school. Something about me. I hate when characters with long hair or long-ish hair cut it short. I hate that. I was in so much pain. I was in so much pain with the time skip. With the Haikyuu time skip. I was so upset. And I'm like, why are they all ugly? I don't care if they play sports. Stop it! Why do you think Zoro and Sanji, both of their hair grow out in their 40s? Everyone in the Straw Hats, nearly all of their hair grows out, except I think Nami and Robin might cut it short, which sob. But I hate when fictional characters have their hair cut short. I hate it! Also, I'm sure time skip Sanji... Oh, you mean now. Sorry, I thought you meant 40-year-old Sanji. But I hate it. Don't get me wrong, I think Nami looks good, but it's a me personal thing. I just like long hair. I don't like when characters cut their hair short, so it really frustrates me. Luffy's hair's a little bit longer, the teensiest bit. But it's not cut short, and that's what matters. Just cutting it short. Stop it! I hate it. And again, I have to clarify, this is fictional. If you want to cut your hair out, I don't care. You're you. We are human beings. I'm not gonna tell anyone to not do that. Fictional characters, stop fucking cutting your hair. I'm gonna kill you. Eh. I hear the coconuts in this song. Do you think Oda's a Monty Python fan? Because fun fact, I looked up if Monty Python like had movies that aired in Japan at the time, and apparently Japan was one of the only like foreign countries that got Monty Python films. I bet Rayleigh cut Luffy's hair. That's so cute. I have someone to say about that. They might be in the chat actually, they lurk. I was gonna say, Monty Python feels very Oda, doesn't it? The absurdist humor. I can imagine him, 'tis but a scratch. I bet he'd laugh his fucking soul out. Apart from the roads, the medicine, the safety, the food, what did the Romans ever do for us? Yeah, 'tis but a scratch, that's right. Sword through his head. Oh god, yeah. Rabbits from Drum Island and Monty Python reference. See, I thought that too, and I was like, am I reaching? Killer rabbits? And I was like, there's only one meteor I know that has a very popular killer rabbit. Zoro literally said that against Arlong when Arlong held him up and he was like torn in two, and Arlong went, what the fuck? And Zoro, 'tis but a scratch, coughs blood. Danny, oh my god! Let me finish this audio and then we can do Mario Party. Girls gotta work first, I gotta earn my Mario Party. I gotta work then play. Oops. Ah. Oh my god. Where'd Zim go? Did they leave? Or are they lurking? Hi Zim. What did you send me? Ah! Stop! Oh my god, sending me gay stuff like this. I love it. a bit work thrash, but I love it. A bit work, but it's good. I'm sure many liberals. Bulb. Well, excuse me, princess. What a classic. By the way, have you seen that the Legend of Zelda movie just gets worse and worse and worse and worse? Like, regarding who they've got writing it, who they've got directing it. I can't name names now because I've forgotten, but just know it was people who have written and directed bad movies. Like, they already fucked up when they announced it would be a live action. Are they stupid? There's gonna be a Legend of Zelda movie and it's a live action. Why would I fucking care? Oh my god, I'm sick of this. Who in the goddamn world who is a Legend of Zelda fan said, oh yeah, Link, I'd love to see him in, like, real man Link, and not animated, beautiful elf Link. No Legend of Zelda fan wanted that. Look, this shit gets to me specifically because I've talked to you guys about this. I don't like men. So when they have real-life men playing fictional characters that I am attracted to, the illusion's broken. The wall is now gone, and you fucked it up. Because I'm sorry, real-life man, you are not going to be as gorgeous to me as fake man. I'm sorry, any real-life Link is never going to be... Like, any real-life man Link is not going to be as gorgeous to me as fake Link. As fictional cartoon Link. Orlando Bloom... Respectfully, Orlando Bloom's lost his touch. Because he was Legolas in The Hobbit, of course. And, like, everyone ages, and of course he's aged. But, you know, I'm just saying, he's just aged. That's not the worst problem in the world or anything, everyone ages. But, he doesn't have the femboyness anymore. The elf femboyness anymore. No idea who they got playing anyone, by the way. People are expecting Tom Holland to be Link, and they're probably fucking right. And that pisses me off. But I wouldn't be happy no matter who they got. But also, Studio Ghibli was never going to animate this because, it was always going to be an American production, Legend of Zelda. They're just buying out the rights. And American production, 90% of the time, means a live action, ladies and gentlemen. Why make a live action? Because cartoons are for babies! Cartoons are for babies! They can't be emotional. Cartoons can't be real and gritty. This isn't your dad's Link. This is cool, edgy, manly Link. I wonder if they're gonna put Link through the Cloud Strife effect. For those who don't know what that is, this is my own theory. The Cloud Strife effect is when they take a male character, usually from like a Japanese property, and a lot of male characters in Japanese properties tend to be softer, tend to be sweeter, tend to be just a bit more reserved, right? However, then they get localized in America, right? And suddenly they're harsher. Suddenly they're more aggressive. Suddenly they're more manly, you know? I played the Final Fantasy VII Remaster, and I'll never forget this because they subtitled it, right? And because I played it in the original Japanese, because I've told you guys if I have a anyways, if I have any property that I'm watching or reading or playing, I want to play it in its original, I want to experience it in its original language. In the subtitles, they were using the English script for the subtitles, but they were not they didn't subtitle from the original Japanese word for word. They were just using the English script. So you have Cloud speaking in a very passive manner and in a very reserved manner. Like, one of his lines is when he goes, "I'm not your bro." And then in the actual Japanese, he's saying something like, "Oh, come on, you know, let's get moving." Like, he's not that aggressive. He's got a very passive way of speaking in Japanese. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? There's another scene where he jumps up to save someone, and he says, in Japanese, "The one you'll be fighting is me." But in English, he says, "I'm gonna beat the shit out of you," or something. And I'm like, hang on, what the fuck is happening here? So there are so many scenes in Final Fantasy VII, at least the remake, where they have Cloud saying something that is incredibly passive or incredibly just reserved, and he's not that aggressive at all. He's very blank, Cloud, because he's supposed to be, right? But then in the English version, he's very forward and aggressive, and I'm like, what in the world is going on? I personally have not played the original OG, but I've seen playthroughs of the original OG. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I've noticed this is something that happens for a lot of Japanese characters, Japanese male characters, where they're usually quite soft and quite passive, and then they get localized in American English, and they're not passive anymore. They're quite aggressive. And it's like, hello, why does that keep happening? So I call it the Cloud Strife effect, because he's the first one I noticed this on. And this happened as well in the original Final Fantasy II, where they did that to Cloud. Japanese Cloud and American Cloud are two different characters, in my opinion. And you notice it. You really notice it. Because the way Japanese fans draw Cloud, he's very sweet and he's very shy. The way American fans draw Cloud, ooh! It's like, what the fuck is going on? So I call it the Cloud Strife effect. Right, he's acting the toughie. But also, Cloud is also a character where he's kind of blank. Because he's a soldier, right? And he doesn't quite know what or who he is. He's kind of been wiped, right, of a personality. So it's like super bizarre. And I just put that down to the Western version of masculinity. They did it to Zoro as well in the live action. He got hit with the Cloud Strife effect. Zoro is not that fucking broody. He's not that aggressive. He's an aggressive guy, don't get me wrong, but not like that. Zoro has a very soft side to him. Zoro tries to emulate a masculinity that he wants, but he's not actually like that. Zoro's live action version was very cold. Very, very cold. And he's not like that in the original at all. He's very goofy in the time skip as well. I know people don't believe me. I'm begging you to reread it. Zoro's stupider in the time skip. I'm telling you he is. He's very, very goofy, and he is soft. He's a soft character. He is not that aggressive. He has aggressive parts, but he's not a cold person. So it's I call this the Cloud Strife effect. They also did that to Sanji as well. They did that to Sanji too in the live action, where they made Sanji seem more Western masculine. And it's just, there's a Western version of masculinity that they push onto these Japanese male characters, and they make them harsher. And it's like, I just don't know what's going on. I know what's going on, but like, why? So my point is, I think that's going to happen to Link as well. When you watch... No, I don't care about Taz. What I care about is Sanji was a totally different character. That simply was not Sanji. That's what I care about. Like, I don't care who they really got to play him, because it doesn't matter. It was about the script. And this script, I'm sorry, it was just not good. This script simply did not work. I know you're teasing, yes. But, right, Cloud was trying to be tough, but they did that a lot better in the Japanese version. I'm telling you, Japanese Cloud and America Cloud, they are two totally different characters. Because Cloud trying to be tough in the Japanese version is him trying not to get teased, and he's like going, oh, whatever. Like, he's trying not to show much emotion at all. Cloud in the American English version is, oh, fuck off, shut up, and I'm like, these are two different characters. It's just really odd. So my point is, that's gonna happen to Link. Yeah, it's famously awful. The point is, that's gonna be Link. Sanji simply wasn't Sanji. They were not the same characters. I argue none of them were the same characters. I know that's an extreme take, but it's my take. I get what they were trying to do. I didn't like it. I just don't think any of them were the character that I was expecting them to be. Anyways, my point is, Link is going to be hit with the Cloud Strife effect in the Legend of Zelda movie. I guarantee you, keep this in mind and watch it when it comes out. They're gonna make him a lot more masculine and aggressive. Of course they're gonna make Link talk, that's a given. It is 1000% a given they're gonna make Link talk. They're not gonna have him be the main character and have him not talk, because it's Hollywood. The only time they did that was, Shape of Water. Fantastic film, but that was a woman. And that was a metaphor for something. No, it's just a Western version of masculinity. It's incredibly ingrained. It's incredibly ingrained into American media. And it just cannot be stopped, I'm afraid. I only really know about Final Fantasy VII. Isn't Cloud's story... I interpreted Cloud's story as literally just trying to be a person again. He quite literally had just lost his entire self. And his entire self had been encompassed by Shinra and by Sephiroth. He just wasn't a person anymore. Like, he'd been totally groomed, right? He was a person who wanted to be a soldier, and then he was a soldier who wanted to be a person, and then he kind of... that as well! And then he took on Zack's role too, and then Aerith saw Zack in him, and Cloud was just kind of always never himself. Like, he was just kind of always losing himself. Sorry, he never became a soldier, but he was being groomed for the role, is my point. Like, Cloud... all I see in Cloud is I see a man or a boy who's just lost himself. And it felt like everyone around him was trying to, But also, yeah... didn't he come back from... I think he was calling himself one, but he wasn't one. Because he was taking on Zack's role. I don't know. I guess we have different interpretations, but the way I saw it is Cloud just... he wasn't a person. Because he kept being things that he thought he needed to be. or things that he wasn't. So he kind of was quite personalityless for a reason. He just felt like a blank slate, and he had no one he knew to be. Like, he didn't know how to be himself. Yeah, the macro poisoning didn't help, the Zack thing didn't help, and Sephiroth certainly did not help. I mean, doesn't Tifa have a line about, like, you're really different now, Cloud? Me? Damn, they Cloud Striped, Daddy. Shut up! Classic case of a man trying to silence a woman. Thank you. Thank you, guy with 3 eyes. But yeah, because I played the remake and I obviously knew of the original. And Cloud just made me so sad. I mean, oh fuck, what's that? His name is Cloud Strife, not Cloud Have a Good Life. I love that stupid post. Well, Cloud is a character that did, like, start off, like, because he wanted to be a soldier, right? And he started off bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. And I remember Crisis Core Cloud compared to Final Fantasy VII Cloud, and they're, like, just completely different characters. And it just made me sob for Cloud. Because there were 2 soldiers that he looked up to, right? It was Zack and Sephiroth, wasn't it? Because he aspired to be like Sephiroth, and then he also met Zack. And then Sephiroth saw the potential in him. And, well, what did Zack I'm kind of lost on? Zack, like, tried to protect him, right? Cloud and Sanji aren't dissimilar. Yes! Something about Sanji fans, we all like the same characters. I don't know how this keeps happening. No, Sephiroth eventually saw something in Cloud, Danny. Like, I'm not saying they met and he went, you. I'm saying Sephiroth eventually did see Cloud for something, but he only saw Cloud as, like, a tool. But still, of course, look, I fucking love the way Sephiroth haunts Cloud. That's like one of my favorite things ever. Right? Exactly. Damn, Danny, what's your hyperfixation? You're really bad at analyzing. I'm sorry, I don't mean it. I don't mean it. But saying Sephiroth saw nothing in Cloud is incorrect. Like, that is wrong, I'm just saying. I know what you mean, but I'm not saying he immediately saw him and went, yeah. I'm saying eventually Sephiroth did see a use in Cloud. But that is Sephiroth. I agree with Zim. Tomato, tomato. It is Sephiroth! See, we're gonna go in circles here because the arguments can be made against it. So what's next? Vegapunk's not Vegapunk? Why are you a woman? Alright, I'm done with my editing for the day. Which means we can play Mario Party. Yippee-ki-yay! Potato. Alright. I'll be back. I'll be back to play Mario Party. I'll be back in like probably 20 minutes because I want a bit of a break. And then I'll be back to play a game. Let me get into my... Let me stop the music first! Oh my god, now let me get into my cage. Yay. Yay. Okay, thank you everyone. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys in 20 minutes to play Mario Party. Yippee yippee yippee. See ya, see ya, see ya, see ya, see ya.